Of
Jonathan.
Jonathan attacked. He was aggressive. We got him the ball quite a bit. He helped us get off to a great start. Really gave a fantastic effort. Played really well. I think the lesson for him and for our team is just how important every possession is. I thought the game changed with some turnovers mid-second quarter. Probably should have gone into halftime with a 12-point lead. Instead, it's 5, I think. And we're trying to do too much. We're trying to create too much when there's nothing there. And in the end, the story of the game was the turnovers. It's 30-11 points off turnovers, and it's a great lesson for our young guys. It's hard to win in this league. Every possession matters, and especially with the pace and the 3-point shooting today. You turn the ball over with a careless play, it's automatically a layup or a 3 at the other end, and the whole momentum shifts. And so it takes a lot of discipline to play 48 minutes and keep making the right play over and over again. And so I love the effort tonight, but I thought we got a little too ambitious, and that led to some turnovers that really hurt us.
I think you had 11 fouls.
I'm sorry?
I think you had 11 fouls in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And that's the quarter you lost by 12. And you say it often, but turnovers and fouls.
Yeah. I mean, it's, defending without fouling is so important for a number of reasons, right? And part of it is obviously you don't want to give up cheap points, but it's hard to play offense when you're taking the ball at net over and over again. And so I think they shot like 15 free throws in the third, and that was the other key, was turnovers and fouls. So like I said, amazing effort by our guys. I'm really proud of them. And this should be a great learning experience for our group in terms of, what it takes to win a game, especially on the road, and we'll learn from it.
What did you think of Westbrook and what he's kind of?
Russell was great.
Yeah.
I thought, they got great effort and production from all their vets. DeRozan took over that third quarter, getting fouled. Russell was incredible all night. And then Dennis, down the stretch, making big plays. Do you have any water, Remy? Yeah, thank you. So I thought it was a vet game, for them where thank you. I just thought they made the plays. They kind of used their savvy to get to the line, to beat us in certain spots, to, bait us into some turnovers. And our young guys got a lesson. Yeah.
Speaking of vets, you said all along you're not worried about Al. When you have a player, especially a veteran player, struggling the way he is, what can you do to help get him back?
Just got to keep playing. I thought Al played a great basketball game tonight. The ball didn't go in. He took all the right shots. They all look good. They're going to go in. He's Al Horford. We know what kind of shooter he is. His presence defensively, his rebounding. He's a hell of a player. It's just a slow start for him, to be expected, honestly, when you go to a new team. And I'm not worried about Al at all. Man, Will was amazing. This guy from the beginning of camp has shown he's an NBA player, and the experience, the poise. He doesn't turn it over. He makes the right play. He can handle the ball under pressure. He makes the right pass. This guy's a hell of a player.
Coach, follow about Will and Kings player, the Nick.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Will and
the Kings player.
Could you speak into the microphone?
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Will and the Kings player, the Nick Clifford, they both rookie, and they both have the 4 years college basketball experience. And you always mention about how important about those experience. Yeah. I was wondering, what's your impression of those young players have been able to fit in the NBA so quickly?
Yeah, the college experience is a big deal. Will played and won a national championship last year, and all those big games, all that learning that comes from playing under pressure, understanding what wins, it all matters. And so most players in the league today, come in with very little experience and playing big games. And it's hard for them to, suddenly be thrown into the deep end. And so the benefit of guys like Will and Quentin is you get all those reps at a high level in college. You're just, more ready for what you're facing in the NBA.
Where are you seeing growth from Moses?
Moses has just found his groove, shooting the ball, obviously, and he's found his conditioning. To miss 2 weeks of camp is really difficult, especially when camp is only 3 weeks and you start right into the season. So the first few games of the year, he was behind, and he's clearly caught up. I mean, he is, he's shooting the ball well. He's defending at a high level. He's competing every second. It's fun watching Moses play. Thanks.
Okay.
Jonathan, what do you think?
I think we came out with a great energy. Just going towards third quarter. I think we just started turning the ball over. Started fouling a couple shooters. And I think that took the energy out of all of us, especially after every turnover we did, including mine. They were able to score after every turnover, and I think just something we just gotta go through out there, especially around that time. A lot of people are tired or something like that. We just gotta find a way to execute certain plays when we're tired, or just especially in the third quarter. And Moses. Oh.
How are you?
First of all, Will is a great player, and he's somebody who listen. And as much as I can, I be out there talking to him. No matter the circumstance, I'm always trying to talk to Will. Especially as a rookie, there's a lot of expectation. There's a lot of eyes on you, especially with the coaches. You can't do something wrong. You can't turn the ball over. You just gotta play hard every second you get. And I think the last couple of games we haven't got to play, and he got his chance to come out here. And I think it was perfect. He was all around playing defense, crashing, rebounding, and scoring. So, it's just something. I feel like you work hard every single day and you stay ready. So I think that's what lead to that point.
You got foul trouble. For how big?
I think it just messed up the momentum of certain things we had going. And I'm not gonna blame, the referees or any of that, but there's certain fouls that sometimes I don't think I was fouling, but I think just me fouling, it kind of took the momentum out of the team, and that's my fault. But just gotta make sure we don't foul, because fouling just kind of stopping us from what we're trying to accomplish and how we're trying to play.
About Steph, Jimmy, and Draymond going into tonight, was there a different mindset for you knowing you'd have the opportunity to be more aggressive?
I think my mindset is always the same, no matter Steph, Jimmy, or Draymond. And I think every time I play with them, they want me to be aggressive every time. I think my mindset is always the same, especially, them not being here, it's just the same way. Just come in, find a way to win. Obviously, we didn't get the win, but my mindset is always to just go out there, play as hard as I can, be aggressive, and find a way to win.
What changes about the way that you get to your offense without those guys out there with your more featured role?
I would just say, those are the main guys. They get involved every action. You got to know how to play with them. Especially when they're now on the court. It's just certain, you get a little more touches. You get certain stuff, drawn out for you. So you got to seize those opportunities. But with those guys, on the floor, you got to learn how to play with them on the floor. Sometimes it's not gonna be as many touches as you expect, but as long as you just know how to play around them, you're gonna get as many touches anybody because they're gonna find you and they're gonna get you going.
Jonathan, Draymond's out tonight, but I saw him talk with you during the timeout. What message give to you?
Spoke to him a couple times. Let me remember. Sorry. Oh no, I think I had scored over small guard, and it's one thing because they had called a travel on me, and they told me, you just score over a small guard based on playing off 2 feet. Don't try to bully him or any of that. Just find a way to get off 2 feet, and you're gonna be able to raise over him. And he was just being out there, a vet, watching the game, and trying to help us, feel comfortable as much as we can out there and find a way to win.
What's it like for you to see Moses play the way he did tonight?
I'm very happy for Moses. Moses is another guy, work hard. He get his chances, he go out there, and show what he's capable of. And, like I said, we didn't get the win, so a lot of things don't really matter. The one thing that matters is just, he went out there and he was playing hard, he was defending and, he gave it all he had, so.
Thank you.
Hey, is that Lar?
Yeah, just trying to keep it simple, but make impact on the game. Trying to do little things, cut in, hit open shots when I got the opportunity. Just trying to make the most of it. I mean, it's adjustment, but you always got to stay ready. And I'm a big believer in controlling what you can control, and whatever role I'm in, I want to do whatever it takes to help the team win. So whether not playing, I just want to see us win.
Steve says you're always in the right places, connector. How do you kind of learn how to be like connector and be in all the right places?
Yeah, I feel like it started during camp, just asking our vets a lot of questions, seeing what they like on the floor, how they think about the game. I feel like that's helped me learn a lot quicker than most rookies because I've just been asking them many questions, trying to get on the same page with them. But I'll probably just say the experience. I mean, you go through a lot of different situations in college, being able to play in different environments, get adjusted to adversity and all that. So I definitely think this 4 years helped me a lot and helped me be more prepared for my professional career.
How was the offense kind of different without the vets? You had more feature more.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably just say we were a lot more in 5-out spacing, trying to get those ball screens early on and trying to play as fast as possible, trying to get out in transition and get stops and make the game a lot easier on ourselves because, I mean, they do a lot for us.
Did Sacramento change anything they were doing in the third quarter, or what do you feel like changed?
Yeah, I feel like we started to foul, and it kind of slowed the game down. It got us out of our pace that we were playing in the first half. Once they slowed the game down, I mean, we kind of got out of our element, started turning the ball over, had some careless plays that affected us down the road.
Obviously, you came into this game knowing you have a bigger role. You scored 30 points and come away with a loss. Is there anything specific you might be taking away from this experience of all this playing time?
Yeah, I feel like with the more amount of minutes, you got to stay locked in. I feel like I had some couple of plays where I had defensive lapses, missed some box outs, let guys cut. And I feel like the more you play, the more you got to focus in just because of that fatigue factor. So I'll say that's what I learned from it.
Is it exciting that you got 30 points? That's great.
No, we lost.
Thank you, Will.